carrot cake. Pretty much everybody's favorite dessert, but is it really a dessert because it's full of carrots? Today I'm going to walk you through my version, the one that we have at the restaurant. That's one of our most popular desserts. Let's get baking. All right, so this is sort of like the carrot cake that we make at work. It's got all the same elements and everyone has a different recipe. My mom puts like pineapple in hers. I don't in this one. And it's super simple. Obviously carrots, eggs, and oil. We're using coconut oil. I like coconut, pistachios. You don't have to have nuts. Raisins, my secret spices that we'll go through when we blend it. So all the things to make carrot cake. And then we're going to make cream cheese icing and caramel sauce and just a little toasted coconut to go on top.
Beautiful. Where did you get this recipe from?
Everyone has their own carrot cake recipe. Like I said, my mom puts pineapple in hers, but here in my trusty book, I've got my carrot cake recipe. I know, Doug, for once I actually have my recipe beside me.
That's right.
Which is mysterious.
That poor book is falling apart though.
It is falling apart.
Lots of knowledge in there.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get started because I love carrot cake and I want to get it in the oven.
Got lots of work to do.
Lots of work to do.
Here we go.
All right.
Yes.
Doug, actually, you make this at work, don't you, with Bailey?
I do, and I'm excited to get back this week. I'm gonna go in at 5 a.m. Tuesday morning to bake with Bailey.
Awesome.
One of my favorite times of the week.
Awesome. So I'm going to crack my eggs, minus the shells. And to that, I'm going to add, I actually have 8 eggs. And remember that all the recipes are in the description, so you don't have to follow along and write down with me. My eggs, my coconut oil, Doug, which is what I'm going to use today. You can use canola oil. I've even done this with olive oil, which is really nice. So I'm going to mix those together with my vanilla.
How come you can't do the one-handed egg crack?
I have 1 egg left. Do you want me to do it?
Can you? I want to see this.
Okay, ready?
Here we go. Woo! All right.
There you go, Doug. That make you happy?
That's pro move.
I'm going to just whisk up my eggs. I'm going to add melted coconut oil. I like using coconut oil because I'm putting coconut in here anyways, Doug.
That's right.
I've got some vanilla paste, nice and thick. Then you can use vanilla extract or pure vanilla. It doesn't have to be the paste. I just happen to have some. And then to that, I'm going to add all my sugars. I've got white sugar and brown sugar. Now you could do this in a stand mixer, but I don't actually own a stand mixer, Doug. Hint, hint. I like mixing it by hand because I work on my muscles. And for this, like the only thing I really want to do is make sure that I don't have any brown sugar lumps. Dry ingredients, super easy. According to my book over here, Doug, it's 4 cups of flour, and I know you absolutely hate watching me measure anything.
Well, you know, since I've been picking on you about this a lot recently, you do seem to be stepping up your measuring game.
Have I?
I think so.
Are you watching me?
I am.
I know you were questioning me earlier today.
You could, I mean, I know at the restaurant, I know a lot of people that bake frequently like to weigh their ingredients, and I get that just because it takes out the guesswork.
Salt, kosher salt, always a good pinch. And then I've got 4 teaspoons of baking soda, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. I have a lot of cinnamon. I think it's like, boom, 6 teaspoons. I love cinnamon.
Have you ever done the cinnamon challenge?
No, and I'm not going to start that today either. And then I've got cloves, nutmeg, and allspice, which is sort of what makes it a little bit different from a lot of carrot cakes. I love cloves. It reminds me of Christmas. It reminds me of my grandmother's tourtière. So I'm just going to mix that, and then I'm going to add my coconut.
Is it sweetened coconut?
No. It's just like unsweetened coconut. If you put sweetened coconut in here, it would be like extra, like super duper sweet. And then raisins, because I love raisins. And I'm going to add pistachios, because I had pistachios today at work.
Nice.
I know you're asking me about that. So I'm going to mix all this in together. And then I'm going to add my carrots. So I've got like about 6 cups of grated carrots here, Doug. And I like putting my carrots in with my flour because the flour gets all over the carrots, and then it helps sort of like when I mix them all together, I don't get carrot clumps. So I have all my dry ingredients. Now I'm going to introduce, I like to say introduce to my dry ingredients, my wet ingredients. And I have 2 springform pans, and I've liberally greased them, and I do have parchment on the bottom. I've had a lot of baking mishaps, Doug.
That's how you learn though, right?
I know. I remember when I made a cake for the kids and I didn't have any of the ingredients here at home, so I decided to wing it. And the cake was so bad, none of the kids actually ate it. But you just want to make sure that all the flour, all the dry is incorporated. All right, Doug, the batter is mixed and looks really good. I'm going to grab my pans that I have over here, and we're going to get them into the pans. I'm just going to divide it equally, and then we're going to bake it for about an hour at 325, and then that's it. It looks like I've done a good job of evenly distributing my batter, making sure it's all in there. I'm just going to give it a tap. And then I'm going to put these in the oven. So these are going to bake for about an hour, Doug. Do you know how to make the caramel sauce, Doug?
I've done it maybe once or twice before, but it kind of scares me a little because I know that you can burn it pretty quickly.
So this actually takes just a few minutes, and it's super simple, and you can use it not just for carrot cake, but you can use it basically for brownies. You can use it on top of ice cream. You can use it wherever you want. You could even like put a dollop in your coffee, I guess, if you were really wanted to.
That's kind of weird though.
So all you really want to do is put your sugar in a heavy bottomed pot, and you just want to turn it to caramel. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it, because the worst thing in the world is when sugar burns, and the smoke and the smell, it's pretty bad, isn't it? It's like,
and it's a real pain in the butt to clean too.
Once it melts and turns into the caramel, I'm just going to add some butter, and I use salted butter, and heavy cream. Again, the 35% cream, and then that's it. That's literally it. Now I'm just waiting for my butter to finish melting. I've browned my sugar. I got it basically to a nice caramel color. I added my heavy cream, and I added my butter. All I want to do now is just let my butter melt, and literally that is it. That's how simple this caramel sauce really is. Then we're just going to let it cool until the cake's ready. We're gonna make cream cheese icing, and cream cheese icing is also super easy. Ingredients: cream cheese that's been softened, butter that's been softened, icing sugar. I like to put a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice and a little bit of vanilla in mine. And I don't like mine too sweet. What about you?
No, me neither. I mean, the cake itself is fairly sweet, so that's why I think that's part of the reason why it's a cream cheese icing versus like a buttercream icing or something like that.
True. I'm going to start off by getting my cream cheese into my mixing bowl and just softening it up, which means what? That I'm going to make what, Doug?
Lots and lots of noise.
Here we go. Softened butter, and again, we're just going to cream this together.
Well, Renee,
yes,
can I ask
Doug?
you a question?
Yeah.
Why are you using the most gigantic spatula known to humankind to do this job? Your ratio of spatula to bowl size or bowl diameter is off. I think that's the source of your frustration.
Well, my other spatula is dirty.
All right, sorry.
I'm going to add lemon zest, of course. Just like half a lemon. Half a lemon. It's all you need. And I'm going to put some vanilla as well in there. A little bit. And with my vanilla. Boop. I'm going to mix that, and then I'm going to make a giant mess. Now I'm going to add my icing sugar to all of my whipped ingredients, and I'm going to be smart and put a towel over my mixer so that I don't get a sugar cloud everywhere. I've had this mixing for a few minutes and I just basically add the sugar. I don't like it too sweet, but it's up to you as to whether you want it to be sweeter or less sweet. It's not really gonna change the consistency at all, but you want it to be smooth enough and thin enough that you can spread it. And I don't know about you, but I actually like mine to be not like super thick. And this is just gonna get really nice. It is gonna stiffen up a little bit, but this is a nice consistency just to spread on top of our cake. The cakes are out of the oven. They have actually cooled off. I've already flipped one out. I've got my cream cheese icing. I have my caramel sauce. I have a little bit of coconut that I toasted up in the oven because coconut is already in the cake anyways. So what I'm gonna do is decorate this, how would we say this? Renée Lavallée style?
Yes.
So I'm gonna ice a little bit in the center. I'm gonna flip my second layer on. And I'm going to try to decorate this, and we're going to have a very special taster, aren't we?
We are. Special guest.
All right, so I'm going to make this look extra nice for our guest. All right, it's been a long day. I've been trying to decorate this behemoth. It's taken me half of the day, and I'm actually gonna have my daughter Zoe come and try the cake today because she is the sugar queen who loves sweets. So Zoe, what do you think of the carrot cake today?
It's ginormous.
It's ginormous.
It's so big.
It is quite big, actually. And yes, it took me forever to decorate, and my decorating skills are certainly not the best. So I've put, do you want more caramel sauce on this?
Sure.
Sure.
You want? Sure.
Sure. All right. A little bit more caramel sauce. You'll have to brush your teeth after this.
Okay.
All right. Zoe?
Can I eat the whole thing?
No. All right. Dig in and tell me what you think.
Okay, I'm gonna get some frosting with it.
You want frosting. The frosting, the caramel, the cake, everything. Is it good? Is it better than the one at work? Or is it kind of the same as the one at work?
It's kind of different.
Is it?
It's bigger.
It's bigger. Yes. Bigger's not always better, Zoe. But
Yeah,
in this case, you say it is. I mean, if I can bake this cake, so can you. I mean, I'm not the most successful baker, but you know what? She says it tastes pretty good.
Delicious.
So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and leave us those comments because we really do read them, and I need to know what I need to do for the next episode. So I'm gonna stand here and watch Zoe eat the cake because I've licked so many spatulas today that I'm gonna wait until later to have some of this.